We're in first place in the frickin' Idiot League.
The Idiots Talk Sports Show. Sports talk. Funny and uncensored.
All right, welcome. We made it.
We did.
It is season 2, episode 1. We are the Idiots Talk Sports, also known to the free and unfree world as Tits. And I am Chance Del Fuego. With me is Drunk Tim. And we are coming to you from the On the Border Studios here in Oklahoma City.
On the second floor.
On the second floor behind the bulletproof glass. Why? Because we gotta.
And it's the side of town we're on. We gotta protect ourselves.
Yeah, before they wreck themselves.
Yes, that too.
So it's exciting. Season 2. I want to keep saying episode 2, but it's season 2, episode 1. We have an actual second season we're beginning now.
How many did we get for season 1?
I think it was 40, officially 46. Plus we had some side projects. We had a couple of taco truck reviews, which I hope to continue in the future.
And then the ladies' man, or the Ho Whisperer.
Yeah, that was one of the side projects.
Yeah.
The Ho Whisperer, giving out advice.
But just as far as it goes with these sessions, 46.
46 was the magic
Pretty
number.
good out of 52.
Yeah, that's true.
Not too shabby.
Some didn't count. As you know, early on we had some that we recorded completely. It was all audio, and then it was not so good, so it's not out there for the world to listen to. You wouldn't want to anyway.
We don't want to blame anybody, but...
So we got some great stuff for a great way to open the season. We got great stuff to talk about today. We're going to talk about NFL preseason football. We're going to talk a little bit of college football today. There is, in fact, a Dwarf update today. For those of you that remember about the Dwarf, I'll catch everybody up. Those who don't, a little bit later on in the show. And just to remind everybody, we do have a sponsor. We are brought to you in part by Secondhand Tramps. Secondhand Tramps. Tell you about them here in a little bit. But yeah, we're going to be talking stuff like Ezekiel Elliott. Is he coming back, or is he going to hold out the whole season and pull a Le'Veon Bell? We're going to talk Antonio Brown. What's in his water? What's going on with Antonio Brown? And of course, got to bring up, we will have some what could go wrong videos.
Love those.
Which are always some of my favorites.
Always entertaining.
So let's get right to it. We are brought to you in part by Secondhand Tramps. Let me tell you about Secondhand Tramps. I don't know if you've heard of these guys.
No.
Secondhand Tramps is a nonprofit organization that donates refurbished and secondhand trampolines to underprivileged children. Many needy children struggle with things like starvation, illness, or domestic violence, but no matter.
This is not a laughing matter.
I know, I'm sorry. It's,
But certainly there has to be some that can bring their spirits up.
Yeah, this fly, whatever this fly is, loves my head. It's no matter how dire a situation a child is in, no child can frown on a trampoline. Try as they might, even the most physically and mentally disturbed children cannot resist the fun of a trampoline. It's true. Like Ashley from Moore, Oklahoma, who witnessed her parents' continued abuse of drugs and alcohol that finally led to their mutual murder. Right in front of her eyes. Santa Maria. When Secondhand Tramps found Ashley, she would not speak or even make eye contact. Oh my God, I'm going to hell.
That poor girl.
But once she was given a second-hand trampoline,
She lit up like the 4th of July, probably.
Hey, when she got that trampoline, Ashley turned her frown upside down.
That's great.
Secondhand tramps. Find out how you can donate. Go online.
There's some kids in need, and we need to come together as a community and take care of these people that have to watch their parents being murdered in front of them.
That's a good point. Have you ever seen a sad person, a sad kid on a trampoline?
No, not that I can think of.
No.
I think if I did, I probably blacked it out, or blocked it. But
Blacked and blocked,
blacked,
all at the same time.
Is it blacked it out?
That was the color you used to block it in your mind.
That's really
Black.
that's really racist too.
Well,
Like,
no, it's just
why
a
can't
color.
we-
It's not about individuals. It's not like about a group of people. It's just a color that you
Why
use
can't
to
we?
black out.
Why can't we
or
white
to-
it out? It's like Chris Rock said. White out is like really racist. Like a white chemical used to eliminate black letters.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a smart man. He knew what he was talking about.
Oh, so this week was first week of the NFL preseason games. And a lot of storylines, a lot of things going on. And we particularly are going to be following, just because of our University of Oklahoma rootings and all that stuff. Yeah, do that. We're going to be following Baker Mayfield. We'll be following Kyler Murray in the NFL. We're going to...
Who?
Kyler Murray.
Kyler motherfucking Murray.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. With mother.
Yeah.
Is that the gang sign for the M? Mo.
Yeah.
Dog.
Or no, you do sign language. Or no, yeah, that's sign language.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're following Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray in the NFL. And the Browns, of course, have a great preseason game to start off. They annihilate the Washington Redskins, which, I don't know how much you take into account for preseason football,
Because some positions you already know. It's like with Peyton Manning, when a team that he was on would be playing, they wouldn't even have him play in the preseason games because there is no quarterback battle there. He's going to be the starter. And so in preseason games, there are those positions and those players.
Yeah.
There's no way that they could lose their starting position. So, yeah.
Right.
That's part of it.
Yeah, that's why a lot of times I say preseason doesn't matter, just because. Yeah.
Burning up in here.
Yes, it is. We are hot.
We are really hot. If you know what I mean.
But oh boy.
It's these energy drinks.
But yeah, these preseason games don't matter as much. Teams are really more in a position of figuring out who's going to make their 53-man roster and things like that. They're not sitting there trying to figure out how are we going to play this chess match against this team. But then I say that, and then the Cleveland Browns, who I'm rooting for, who I love, kind of pulled a D-bag move on Thursday night.
I didn't see this game. So.
Well, Baker Mayfield, opening drive, they just knock it right down the field. He throws the touchdown pass. They look great. They look wonderful, right? But the problem is there's one of those unwritten rules. There's one of those unwritten rules in football. Kind of like there's a lot of them in baseball. But there's one of those unwritten rules in football where if you're in a preseason game, you don't run a no-huddle offense. Well, that's what they did.
Really?
They ran a no-huddle offense.
I figured anything is go. Like,
Hey, you're trying to show somebody up in a way. When you're doing a no-huddle offense, you're trying to... Look, I get both perspectives. They could look at it like, well, we're practicing the no-huddle offense.
yeah.
We're just planning with this and that. And in some ways, I could also say they didn't play with their two best receivers. They didn't play in the game. Odell Beckham
Thomas?
Jr. and
Oh, that's right.
yeah, Landry. So they didn't even play. But still, it's still just kind of it's kind of a douchey move. But I don't know. It's
Well,
whatever.
so hopefully they don't have to play the Redskins in the regular season.
Oh no, nobody's worried about the Redskins. So
Not anymore.
yeah, not anymore. But oh no, but they did great. I mean, for what it's worth, Baker Mayfield looked great. He connects all of his passes, and then
Did they take him out after that first drive?
Yeah, he only played the one series, so that was it. And then big story element out of the game as well was, I don't know if you heard about this guy, but this little guy, Damian Sheehy, which that wasn't
Gesundheit.
Right, it wasn't Caitlyn Jenner on the field. It was, his last name is Sheehy. It's hyphenated, Sheehy, and I can't.
Mrs. Doubtfire. He's a she. He's a she.
Yeah,
she's a she.
Sheehy, which was the great story of the night. This is a guy who hasn't played football for 2 years. He played in it wasn't even a Division I school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like Phoenix College or some crap.
Like an online college.
Right. And so he even tried to get a job at the CFL, Canadian football. They didn't even They didn't even look at him.
Oh, wow. Worse than Doug Flutie and type of stuff.
Yeah, so he ends up in Miami trying to get a workout with the Browns because that's where they're doing I know that sounds odd. You're trying to get a workout for the Browns in Miami. But he couldn't even afford a hotel. He could to stay, so he literally sleeps outside of the facility, and then they give him an opportunity to work out. It turns out the guy can run a 4.340.
Holy shit!
And so they're like, okay, well, if you can run a 4.340, let's see what you can do here.
Let's see what else you can do.
I don't know if you saw the highlight this week, but in that game, he catches a punt return, takes it to the house, and the Browns team just mobs him like. It's a great, great story.
This is a movie.
Yeah.
This is like Invincible, or Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, exactly. The guy gets his shot. Yeah, it's preseason, but he gets his shot. He takes the punt return, and he takes it all the way to the house. Damian Sheehy, something dash, whatever.
Giuseppe?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. What a great story!
Great story. Look at all the Browns teammates
hopping.
Dogpiling. They obviously are rooting for the guy. Great story. And what's funny is he has an opportunity. He actually does have an opportunity to make the team. Something that also happened this week that helps him out a little bit on making the team is their third receiver, their slot receiver, Callaway.
Okay, he's decent.
Yeah, he is. I don't know if you remember last year on Hard Knocks, he got in trouble for substance abuse.
I don't remember.
They had to talk to him about it. He was in trouble. It was a thing. Well, he promised, of course, I will never do it again. Well, he gets slapped with a 4-game suspension this week for substance abuse.
Is it the state of Ohio? It's like, if you're not playing for the Bengals, like, go play for the Browns and be a fuck up over there.
Yeah. Well, think about it. I mean, what do you got to do? You got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You've got Canton.
The NFL
you got Canton,
Hall of Fame.
And then you got crack. And in that order.
In that order.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Canton, crack.
It's like they got their tourist list. Like, okay, we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We went and saw the NFL. Okay, so what now? Crack. A couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they're bringing it up again on SportsCenter. They're talking about there's still people pushing to have that 18-game season, and I don't know if they're saying like 18-game season. Let's eliminate 2 of the preseason games.
Yeah.
Which, as far as I'm concerned, hell yeah.
I mean, that's what they did back in the late 70s. I don't know if you know or remember, but they used to have 6 preseason games, and it was a 14-game regular season.
Damn, 6.
And then they changed it to the current format, the 4 preseason and the 16 regular season games.
Or 5 games if you're playing the Hall of Fame game.
Mm-hmm. So I know that I know that the thought's on the table, like that they're seriously considering it. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm too wishy-washy about it. I mean, with players getting injured and stuff like that, and
well, it leaves more room for guys like this to have a shot.
It's a money grab for the owners, of course. I just don't see it. If they'll raise the revenues for the players, then maybe it's worth it. Maybe they'll be a little bit more about it, but I don't know, man. 18 games is a lot of games, not including playoffs.
It is.
What are we gonna? What kind of what
watered down teams.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of product are we going to get when it comes playoff time and teams are just like, well, we were good. But
we've
now,
exhausted all of our players.
Now we're going to put our backups in and try to win the Super Bowl. So I don't know. I don't know. That could be dramatic.
Well, I mean, so like, what are the big changes? I mean, I guess that would be the thought process, right? What's the big changes from when it was a 14-game season to a 16? Like, there wasn't that much change, I imagine.
I wouldn't think so. No.
But I mean, I guess obviously there has to be a line drawn that like,
or at least nothing I could point to. I couldn't be like, well, statistically,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't sit here and say, well, now they have this, there's this many injuries as opposed to this, or, I don't have any of that kind of research in front of me. So, yeah. Kyler Murray comes out for the Arizona Cardinals. He's efficient. They didn't score a touchdown on the drive, but, I mean, he looked pretty good in the drive.
No picks or?
No picks. But it's interesting the kind of offense they're trying to run, which makes sense because their offensive line's such a crap.
Kyler's having to run for his life, I'm sure.
Well, they're doing a lot of dumps, a lot of screens, a lot of stuff like that. Just quick,
West
boom,
Coast
boom,
offense.
boom. Yeah. There's times where they do a couple of run pass options, and he's throwing a nice ball. There's one where he did a run pass option, kind of rolls out, throws an out. Which is one of the more difficult passes to throw is that out route. Gets a 16-yard pass, first down, the whole thing. And
well, that passes a hardcore, high percentage pick six throw.
Yeah. But he's throwing a good ball. He's quick. He's got some of the quickest feet on the field of anybody. Somebody compared his quick feet to like a Barry Sanders type of quickness, the way his feet move. Not saying that he has the power lower body like Barry, but he's got the quick feet,
I'm curious of what the Madden game has his speed and agility ranked, because I mean he looks so fast on the field. I'm not going to say he's like Devin Hester, but I would put him up there. He looks like Michael Vick. He had his speed rated at like a 96 one year on the Madden game, and a lot of times he was playing the games. He wasn't just the fastest person on his team. He was the fastest person in the stadium.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So I imagine Kyler's like that, too.
Yeah, I think so, too. You just wonder about his durability when the regular season starts. Once those big guys do get to him, how long he's going to...
250-pound linebacker slams into him.
Yeah. We obviously wish the best.
Yes. Slide.
Well, and he does, actually you bring that up, but I think because some people compared him to RG3, but I think that's one of the bigger differences between the two is I think he does have a survivability about him where he's willing to slide. RG3 was not willing to slide. That dude threw his body and destroyed. He just destroyed. He's kind of a shell of what he was.
Yeah, he destroyed his career.
But I think if he can kind of keep that same mentality as far as slides, live for the next play, don't take that hit, I think he'll last for a while and be a great talent. So.
Michael Vick was good about that. He well, instead of just sliding, he would just outrun them. It's like, try and catch me, mother.
Well, Kyler's 5'9" on a good day. And like
soaking wet.
Yeah, soaking wet with concrete in his shoes. So he doesn't need to be throwing his body into anybody, dude.
No.
Be Ragdoll Murray.
Ragdoll Murray.
Ragdoll playing quarterback. Anyway.
Living in the movie? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got what you're doing there.
Switching to Aerosmith. So that's Kyler Murray. Now I know you don't have access to HBO. But what's interesting, Hard Knocks started this week. It was the first episode this week. But I'll tell you what, YouTube is great if you have access to YouTube because YouTube already, I saw, they got it out quick. They already show like the full episode of Hard Knocks. It'll come on Tuesday nights. But you can hop on YouTube.
This is the training camp stuff, right?
Yeah. You can see the full episode of Hard Knocks right there on YouTube. So you don't even have to have... access to HBO, but
I go to the library constantly, so I'll check it out.
There you go. So The first episode was Tuesday night. Of course, they're showcasing the Oakland Raiders. And the reason they're showcasing the Oakland Raiders, they've got a lot of characters. But number one, first and foremost, is John Gruden.
Of course.
They're there for John Gruden.
I hate that because, everyone knows I'm a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
And so, fuck the Raiders, but I love John Gruden because because I loved the Tampa Bay Bucks and everything before he got there. But then he started coaching the Bucks, and what a fun team that was to watch.
Yeah.
Even though I am a Chiefs fan, and you have to hate the Raiders if you're a Chiefs fan,
yes.
Unless you're just a fucking idiot. But no, that's good news for the Chiefs fans because now we actually get a good Chiefs-Raiders game. Well, twice a year, It really kind of sucked seeing one of the biggest rivalries of all time in pro football, and the Chiefs just blow through them every game. So now we get like actual... it's like Texas being good again. Yay, it's fun to watch the OU Texas game again.
Yeah. Well, we hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no guarantees. Just because Gruden's the coach, that doesn't mean the Raiders are going to become good.
How long was the contract he took? Do you know?
10 years. $100 million.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Highest
Unheard
paid
of.
coach?
Oh, easily, yeah. Unheard of contract.
You'd have to pay him that kind of money to get him out of retirement because I'm sure he was
the highest paid ESPN employee.
And I'm sure he was loving what he was doing because he was doing that. He was doing the quarterback camp.
Yep. Yeah, they had to pull him away from that, so they paid him that contract.
He's a genius.
So I'll tell you, just to be honest about the Hard Knocks episode, they have the trailer, the opener, where he's talking to the team, and he's just like, we're here to be fucking nightmares for other people, man. And we're not, some of you got dreams to play football. But fuck that. He almost goes into Randy Savage.
I was about to say Randy Savage.
But we're here
to rip their heads off.
We're here to be a nightmare for them. We're here to end careers. You're just like, okay, Gruden. And so, that's the most interesting part of the episode, and then it goes into the stuff, and you're just like, honestly, for Hard Knocks and for it being the Raiders and all their characters, you're expecting oh boy, this is going to be the season of all seasons. And I must say, after the first episode, it was kind of blah, but things are coming.
It's blah with John Gruden.
Things are happening. So
in Oakland.
Oh yeah. Which is my awful segue into Antonio Brown, who plays for the Raiders. So this better be on episode 2 of Hard Knocks.
To go from the Steelers organization to the Raiders, how perfect is that, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know if the Raiders are thinking that anymore because Antonio Brown,
arguably the best receiver in the game,
has a cryotherapy mishap. Have you ever had one of those?
Isn't that what Michael Jackson used to do?
So you get in the tank or whatever.
Yeah, that's what Michael Jackson supposedly did.
Like the sub-0 degree tank, and it's supposed to help with all sorts of
muscle aches.
Yeah, all that
joints.
stuff. Yeah. Not arthritis, but inflammation, which eventually does lead to arthritis.
That's why they put ice packs on their knees. And
yeah, well, he goes in without. I think essentially, I guess he goes in barefoot. He doesn't go in with socks or whatever you're supposed to wear in the cryotherapy tank. And as a result, he gets big time blisters bottoms of his feet. He gets good God, my brain.
Frostbite?
Frostbite, thank you. I'm losing my mind here.
He gets fucking frostbite?
On his feet.
Oh my God. Like his moneymakers. Well, these are his moneymakers, but these
those help him get to the spot where this is.
Yeah, these can't make money if those can't do anything.
So he has that little mishap, which they didn't even project how long it would take him. What's the recovery period from that?
No shit.
I don't know.
Isn't that permanent?
Depends on how bad it was, but it's those things are negative 30 degrees and stuff like that. It's intentionally
He's a professional athlete and has been for years. How does he not know this? It's not like this is his first rodeo. It's I'm going to go ahead and do this,
right?
Or isn't there somebody who's like, hey, before you get in there, don't be a fucking idiot.
So As if that wasn't enough.
That's millions of dollars down the tube. Millions.
As if that wasn't enough, he decided, man, let me make things worse. So, people get hung up on things. There's superstitions and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, especially in sports.
Some people just love their equipment. And I'm talking actual equipment. I'm not throwing out innuendo. Well, it's now come out that Antonio Brown says he will retire from football if he is not allowed to wear his old helmet.
Like as in his Steelers helmet?
No, as in the framing, whatever company made the helmets that he used to wear.
Oh, it's his actual helmet, but just spray painted with the Raiders.
Right. And NFL has a contract with a new company, a new style of helmet.
Was
of course,
Shoot?
I don't know.
SHUT or
Shut?
Isn't it Shoot?
I don't know.
Because it's on the white part right here on the.
Oh yeah.
Shoot.
I really don't know. It's not Riddell. But yeah.
I think I had heard that they got somebody got the new contract for their helmets and everything.
Okay.
The technology's getting better and better as the years go by.
Yeah. Well, they got a new contract on helmets, and it's not a money play as far as a company. It's because of their advancing of the whole. We got to reduce CTE, the concussions, and whatnot. We're going into this. We're trying to constantly improve these helmets to reduce this. The NFL's kind of under they got to worry about being, sued all the time over all these concussions.
They're afraid of
and so they're saying this is our action towards this. Well, Antonio Brown's saying, I don't give a shit. I want to wear my old helmet, the one that's now illegal, and is now threatening to retire or now play football again if he's not allowed to wear that, if he can't wear that helmet. So, Tom Brady, by the way, threw a similar fit last year.
If you don't allow me to deflate footballs, I'm not going to play anymore.
No, about it. No, it was about a helmet.
Oh, okay.
But of course, eventually he's conformed over to the new helmets. At one point, the old helmets were grandfathered in, but now they're past that point. Now they're past it to where it's like, no, now everybody's got to wear this new helmet, live with it, deal with it, and so there's that.
Probably like the Revolution style, or
yeah, he says it changes a little bit on his vision. And then some of it's just about a feel, a feel for the helmet and whatnot. Yeah, so.
Like a security blanket type of thing, I guess.
Yeah, but personally, and maybe he's big enough a prima donna to actually do it, to me, he would be walking away from $30 million, by the way, if he just said, I retire right now.
Well, I could understand about the helmet. I was just telling a buddy of mine earlier today, John Madden was right. The game is 90% half mental. So, a simple thing like a helmet.
90% half, yeah.
Yeah, the game's 90% half mental. So, which I think computes to like 45% mental.
Dude, I would go out there with a damn. That fly loves me. Fucking fly loves me. I don't know what I put. Apparently, don't get Old Spice, that cream or whatever, to do your hair because flies love it. It's a public service announcement.
It hasn't bothered me at all.
I know. I would wear a damn Darth Vader helmet for $30 million on the field. I mean, seriously.
That would be awesome.
How many plays does he actually get targeted in a game? 12?
Yeah.
Maybe 12 to 15 at most?
Well, yeah, because if you have 10 catches in a game, that's a pretty good game.
Wear the damn helmet.
Yeah.
$30 million. Wear the damn helmet.
So, is this another way, like, if he makes a bunch of drops or something, it's because I didn't have my helmet.
Right.
One of those stupid childish crap.
How about, since it's still preseason and you're preparing for the season, how about you wear the helmet a hell of a lot and get used to it?
Yeah.
I don't know. That just seems like I know that thought's out of left field, but I don't know. Some people probably are on and I know there's probably people that are on the side maybe of Antonio Brown, like he should be able to wear whatever the hell he wants to wear. But
No, we shouldn't. Like,
but
you
when
play
you
a
work
game
for
for a
when
living.
you work for an entity, you have to follow the rules, don't you?
They kind of own you.
If you work here, you have to wear a uniform.
Yeah.
You can't be like, well, I don't want to wear non-slip shoes.
Yeah.
I don't like the way that they blah, blah, blah. They're like, well, then cool, you don't get to work here.
Yeah.
Because we don't need you slipping and falling and we get sued for you getting hurt.
Good analogy.
Yeah, sorry. Wear the damn helmet.
Yes.
But anyway, that's all going to be on Hard Knocks, I would imagine, episode 2.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking forward to that. And
so they just
executives
have
at
to
Hard Knocks are going, yes. Oh my God. Yes.
So is it paid for? Is it like produced by NFL owners or
Hard Knocks?
Roger Goodell and the NFL committees?
Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
No, it's an HBO property, man.
It's an HBO property.
Yeah, they, however they decide to edit and put it out there. So, and they usually do a great job. So,
I would imagine Disney or the NFL's got their hand in someone's pocket on it. I would imagine.
There's hands in pockets, So,
even if there's
speaking
not
of
money,
hands in pockets, no, I'm just kidding.
I was about to say, like, even if there's not money in that pocket, like, whoops.
Gotta just take a quick moment to remind you, we are the Idiots Talk Sports, also known as Tits, and we are brought to you in part by Urinal Cakes. Urinal Cakes, not meant for your birthday. We're also brought to you in part by Allegiant Airlines. Allegiant Airlines, the adventure before your planned adventure. We're also brought to you in part by Vegan Burgers. Vegan Burgers, nobody's fooled, you're different. And we're also brought to you in part by Dispensary Edibles. Dispensary Edibles. Don't eat the whole bag. Don't eat the whole bag.
Man, that ruins it because, happy early birthday, by the way. It's in 2 days. Well, fuck, I gotta, reshop now.
I've got to reshop.
Damn.
Oh, shoot. So, you don't know what that stems from.
No.
Quickly. Special K and I were on a trip to this place called Vegas. And we're like, hey, you want to try this thing? And so it's like, yeah. So we go down to this place, which it's on right off it's on the strip, off the strip, whatever. It's right on the strip. We go in, it looks like this building or whatever. You go in and it's like, there's no windows. It just feels sketchy. We're in line, like you got to show this ID to go in, and people are looking around. It feels sketchy. Am I wrong? There's a lady behind me with a bag of dog food. I don't know why.
Big bag.
Big ass bag of dog food. And
Freaking
she's
40-pound
not,
bag or
I'm kind of proud because she's not a big lady, but she's holding up dog food.
It's like half her weight.
I'm like, so okay, what is this? Like y'all went grocery shopping, and on the way home you're gonna stop here? Like I don't understand what's happening behind me. But the girl had a big bag of dog food. So we go in. I don't know what to expect. There's security.
I know.
There's security for this edibles place. I don't know what's going on. So we're led to this counter.
Sorry, darling. The ice melted, of course.
And
hot in here.
it
Yes,
is.
It is now. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
She's gonna kick me out.
Oh boy.
It's alright.
Stay tuned.
It wouldn't be the first time. Wait, no.
So we get a couple of things. We get the peach gummies and have you heard of these pretzels? Like, let's get these pretzels.
Chocolate covered pretzels.
Chocolate covered pretzels. I'm like, hey,
That'll work.
what harm can do?
I don't know why Mr. Del Fuego turned New Yorkan, but
Yeah.
or New Yorker.
So we pay for the stuff. We leave. We got a birthday discount or something. We leave, and we're walking, and I'm thinking, oh man, we need to shop for a thing, for a who. Doesn't matter. And I was like, man, it's hot. I'm hungry. What the hell, right? And so there's this bag. It's like a bag of, like, if you got one of those like tiny bags of Cheez-Its or something, you're like, oh, that's cool. Let me just snack Cheez-Its.
Oh God.
And there's literally 3 pretzels in this damn bag. and they're like this size. 3. I was like, shit, I'm a big guy. Bam, bam, bam. We go, we shop. There's just a bunch of crap. We go walking. We walk some more. We take a bus. We're like, what do we do? We're kind of in limbo part of the day. Like we're in early afternoon of the day. So all the fun stuff's happening later. So we're kind of in limbo part of the day. Just kind of like, let's see Vegas. What are we doing? And it's like, well, we're kind of hungry. So I was like, okay. So we go to this burger joint, and I've now skipped over about an hour and a half time frame, and I don't feel a damn thing. By the way,
Lordy.
I don't feel a thing. I was just like, there's something in the back of my head going, dude, that shit ain't legit. It ain't even working. Hour and a half. So we're sitting there. We order our food. We sit down at the table, and I remember we're talking, and then I'm going to eat a bit of my burger. I remember looking up, and now there's multiple Special K in front of me. Like, it hit just like that. Like, I'm going from things are cool, things are nice. Whoa.
Are you
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like, oh, crap. I mean, that's, my internal dialogue is, like, slowed down immensely. I'm just like, oh, crap.
Why didn't I ever get any of those?
And then I could see it in his eyes. Like, they're kind of a little bit bloodshot. And I'm like, oh.
You took some too?
Yeah, it hit him too. And so I was like, oh, damn.
This burger looks good.
And I'm like, I've got this feeling of, oh, crap, I don't feel like I can physically, not that I can't physically move, but I don't feel like I'm not trusting myself, essentially. I guess that's the best way to put it.
You can't function.
I don't
well.
trust myself. Like, we're still a decent distance from the hotel. We're not, like, really far. It's definitely walking distance. But we're talking about me now walking there. So now I'm questioning that. And that lasted, let me tell you, that lasted all the way through the night.
Like hours, like
Oh
6,
my
7,
God.
8 hours?
Yeah, because at that time it was like, I'll say it was around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We go back to the hotel, and I'm like, well, I'll just lay down for a sec. This will wear off. We'll go do our thing. We had plans. I'm laying there, and it's just not getting any better, you know. And then I think I take a nap, and I'm like, I wake up, and I was like, hey, man, how long was I asleep? He's like, it's been like 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh, man.
It feels like hours.
It did. It felt like hours. I felt like I took like a legit full nap.
So did you not enjoy yourself?
Oh, no, it's not that. It's me. Like, I'm such a control, like a time and a, like, because in my head I'm thinking, we got shit we got to do, and now I don't know that I can do it.
I know
and we're only here for this long. And so I'm just like, oh, God, I don't even, like, when I said I can't feel my legs. Because my arms. Because I'm laid out like this on the bed on my back, and I'm looking at the ceiling, and I'm just like, I don't feel my arms. This is not good.
So, but he was just totally like, it's making me think of Dirty Work and stuff when they go eat those brownies.
Yeah.
And freaking Norm Macdonald's all like, and his buddy played by what's his face, just kind of like, yeah, no. I thought it felt an itch. No, it was to be itchy anyway. And Norm Macdonald's all like,
he sees Gary Coleman in Hell,
Adam Sandler like, burn.
Oh, we eat the pig. So that was going on, and then anyway, so that, not to make that an incredibly long story.
And none of this was videoed, of course. You're in trouble.
Wow.
Good.
So,
really?
not to make it an incredibly long story, it lasted. I got up. I eventually got up out of bed. I had to baby step it. I was like, first I got to sit up. Then I've got to be able to stand.
You should have drank. I think that probably would have helped.
Drank water?
No, alcohol.
Oh, no, we did that too.
I think that's what made it worse.
I think that was part of the problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was having
beers.
beers. I was having beers at the burger place, and it was just like, oh.
Did you even get to finish your food, or were you too freaked out?
I don't remember if I finished the food or not. I don't. I may have. I may not have. I don't know.
Damn it. Well, like, I wish I could have been there, obviously, but it would have been nice. It would have been almost like I had been there if someone had videoed
But it did.
it.
It lasted through the night.
Laying there.
It lasted through the night, and let me tell you, a lot of
This is
people.
the kind of shit that goes viral, man.
And a lot of the people in Vegas, let me tell you, they knew because I told them. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I had some edibles earlier, and they would start laughing. You know.
I guess it's legal in Nevada?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't
So-
have to have a card?
No, recreational.
Yeah, it's recreational.
Come on, Oklahoma. Let's get with the program.
So anyway, that's the edible
We need
story.
more of this.
Well, actually, I
We need more of that.
Well,
yeah.
actually, I just I'm going to start a job Tuesday where I'm going to be doing political shit like that, getting people to sign signatures for just that kind of stuff. So
There you go. All right.
vote. Even
Damn
though
it.
I've never voted in my life.
Oh boy.
But
Hypocrite. Dong dong. Okay.
hypocrite.
Ezekiel
Oh,
Elliott.
Zeke Elliott.
Zeke Elliott still holding out. However many days it is now.
And it pisses me off with him so much because he won't stay out of trouble. It's like you can't sit there and fucking hold out when you're a problem child.
Yeah.
Like what? This is like the second or third time he's gotten arrested and shit. Right? Because he got in trouble for something in Miami.
Yeah.
And
He got in trouble in Vegas. He got in trouble in Vegas too. He punched a security dude. Yeah.
shit, so this is like the third fucking time.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't
Yeah.
do that if you're a problem.
The only thing that was like some Miyagi shit. I just hit that fly. Like, I don't know. The Cowboys, they'll use it, I suppose, as well. You get in trouble in the offseason. But come on. The Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones promotes that shit. He's like, what is he? He's the one who says that any PR is good PR, or any public, they have stuff all the time. They bring players on like, Hardy, or that Hardy guy that like sit there and banged or like threw his girlfriend up against a shower wall and stuff. They knew that, and they still brought him onto the team.
And he loved it with T.O.
And T.O.,
Des
Michael
Bryant.
Irvin. I don't know how far back we have to go, but like the
That's
Cowboys,
pretty good.
the Cowboys can't sit here and go, well, you've created some issues. Get out of here. You don't care about that shit. So yeah, maybe you'll use it as your leverage, but they don't care about that.
I think they
stuff.
signed Alfred Morris. I think they signed him for a 1-year contract.
They did, just in case.
I mean, he's in his
things go
30s.
bad.
I think.
Well, the problem is of course, they have handled it. I will say I don't like the Cowboys, you know that, but they have handled it well on a PR perspective, as they've come out and said they want him to be a part of the team. But and a lot of the things they're saying are very true. They have a cap. They have a hard cap they got to deal with. They got to pay Zeke. They got to pay Dak, and they got to pay
Offensive
Amari
line.
Cooper. And now these young linebackers that they're doing incredible, next year or two, they got to pay those
Lee
guys.
doing? How's Lee doing? Is he staying out of
No, the guy,
injury?
Vander Esch took over for Lee, the young guy.
Oh wait, did
Vander
Lee,
Esch.
did Lee retire?
I think so.
Yeah,
Because those young guys are taking over, man. They're
Injury
killing.
prone.
I mean, they're knocking it out of the park. So
I like that Church guy. He's pretty cool.
yeah,
Safety.
yeah. So I mean, they're really good, and they have it's kind of a good problem, but you got to pay everybody, and Zeke's in the middle with 2 years left trying to get paid. So
I saw them talking about that, and there was an argument on ESPN, and they were saying like kickers are getting better treated than these running backs on these contracts because Zeke Elliott, he's on his rookie contract. And the reason that's why the whole thing is that they're holding out because if they don't get their money now,
yeah.
they're gonna lose out on a lot of money in the long run.
Well, your friend held up a sign that said collective bargaining. Part of the deal with the collective bargaining is kind of hurting. It set it up for this way. It set it up for them to be able to do the rookie contracts, and then it basically takes care of the veterans. The problem is when you have a position like the running back position, there's only so many miles on that position.
10 years.
And you're in a league now that really undervalues the running back anymore in a passing league. I mean, you're in a situation where I just wouldn't go to the NFL and be a running back anymore. Because and I certainly wouldn't sign a 5-year deal. I think they're going to have to be smart. Either they're going to have to get with the Players Association and do a different deal, or players and agents are going to have to be smarter about what they're signing and what they're doing. Because 5-year deal, you could be all used up at this point. Zeke's already rushed for like more carries than any other running back in the last 3 years.
Oh yeah, he's a workhorse.
And he's putting out like Hall of Fame numbers, but for how long? How long does that last? We don't know, and so you don't know if it's going to be just kind of used and abused. Does he deserve like Todd Gurley money? Yeah,
of course.
He definitely deserves it. But look what happened to Todd Gurley. He gets that kind of money, and then he was already a question mark coming out of Georgia because of his knees. But he had stayed healthy. Then he gets his contract, and then all of a sudden he's a ghost in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. And they would say, "Oh no, he's fine." And then finally after this season, they're like, "Yeah, he has arthritis in his knees." Arthritis in his knees? You're just like, okay, so you know what I'm saying? So
for a running back.
So here's the Rams going, well, damn. Well,
whoops daisy.
Yeah.
Well, we feel like the Washington Nationals.
I guess, yeah.
Well, not that bad. But
yeah.
I don't think no franchise could feel as cheated as that.
Yeah.
The Washington Nationals. What, 13 years, $330 million?
Nope, you mean Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh, the Phillies. Okay, why am I thinking?
Because Bryce Harper used to play for the Nationals. He went to the Phillies.
Okay, that's right. I don't know baseball.
That's all right. 13 years. You get that Bryce Harper. Okay.
All right, Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Or no, that wasn't Jay-Z. That was, the future president. Kanye.
Yeah. Future president.
Yeah.
All right, hey, future president. We're tits. We're brought to you in part by Urinal Cakes. Oh, cool. A Target. Smells great. Also brought to you in part by Allegiant Airlines. You wanted to leave on time. LOL. Also brought to you in part by Allegiant Airlines. You call it turbulence. We call it a come to Jesus meeting. And, of course, brought to you in part by Vegas Hookers. Your new soulmate only takes cash. So, great sponsors.
I watched, one of my favorite shows is Cops.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to watch other people getting in trouble and it's not me.
Right.
It's just like, look who's the fucker now. But, so they were showing cops in Vegas and everything, and the cops were like, one generally misunderstood law or preconceived notion or whatever is that prostitution is legal in Vegas, and they're like, no, it's not. And I was just like,
right.
The fuck?
I think it's in Reno or
two small counties. Not even Reno.
Yeah. Oh, is it not even Reno?
It's the county where that show, the
Cat House.
The Cat House. Was it the Cat House? Is that what it was called?
Mm-hmm.
With that big bald dude.
Yeah.
That dude was
Dennis
interesting.
Yeah.
Man, he had some gorgeous gals up in there too. Oh, I can't remember. It's been a while since I saw that show, but they had
the Bunny Ranch.
The Bunny Ranch. That's what I'm
the
talking
famous
about.
one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was this one gal just. Anyway, but yeah, so
now back to sports.
But that was
right.
But no, there was that county, and then I guess probably the Reno or something. But yeah, a lot of people think like the whole state. You go there and
right,
it's legal, but it's not.
It's not. And with that, it is time. I don't have the music this time.
Son of a bitch.
But it's time for a Dwarf update. Dwarf update. Okay. If you followed us last season, you know what the heck I'm talking about. If you're new to us, listen up. So, my wife had a friend that's a dwarf come in and move with us.
Legally.
2 years ago. Over 2 years ago, honestly. Tomato. Over 2 years ago.
Give or take a sanity loss of...
Wife, I separated for a while, as far as physically, whatever, from the house.
Yes.
Dwarf, still there. So, like, okay, that's weird. Golly, that's weird. Why would the friend still stay there? Well, because it's her friend.
And it's your life. And
It's my life. Why would
shit.
it be? Why can't it be interesting with a dwarf in your house?
Can't be normal.
So, it's weird. We go, a few months go by, and I'm like, maybe I need to grow some balls and say you need to get out of here. This was back in November. So, of last year.
Of last year, yeah.
So I was like, hey, you know what? I feel for your situation. I know you're waiting on this disability or whatever you're trying to get, and I know things are tough, but I'm going to give you a 2-month window to move out, find your own place. So
2 months, dude. I could,
Yeah.
If you really want to
2
better
months.
your situation,
Yeah.
2 months is plenty of time to get some money put together and.
Yeah, no pun intended. She orders a tiny house from Amazon.
Yeah, the dwarf orders a tiny house.
She orders a tiny house. There's problems with it. She's unable to get into the tiny house. Goes to a different company. Is having it built. Yada yada yada. Fast forward. It is August the 11th. Whatever the math is, 10 months.
9 for sure.
The dwarf
Yeah.
has officially moved out.
Fuck off.
I might, but
Fuck.
the dwarf. There's still some in here. The dwarf has moved out. If you go into where her dwelling was before, there's no bed.
Okay.
What did she take your
There's just a few dwarf stains.
Hold on a second, there's no bed? Wasn't that your bed? Wasn't that your kid's bed? She took your fucking kid's bed?
Well, shit. Why'd you bring that up? Fuck. I don't know. I was just happy.
You don't care. You're like, take the damn bed.
Take the bed. Take the dog.
Did she really take the bed, though?
The bed is gone. Whatever that was.
She took your son's bed. That's hilarious. Well, fuck you for giving me 2 years to live here rent-free. I'm taking your bed, too.
Hey, in all reality, who knows what happened in that bed? Please take that bed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Get a black light.
I mean, everybody knows. Everybody knows that dwarf sex is messy sex.
Yeah, spinner. Where she stops, nobody knows.
Yeah, it's like roulette. It's like a...
Come on, Red. Come on, Red.
And she's like, well, you hit the right time of month. I will.
I was about to say.
Hey!
Nice.
So, anyway, I don't want to make that a long thing this week. She moved out this week.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's been a long time coming, obviously. 10 months from the get out date, or 8 months after the get out date,
We'll say
10 months
9.
from the official notice. So, anyway, Dwarf is out.
Oh, yeah.
House, well, this is weird. House to myself. But Dwarf is out. That was the main thing.
You're a fucking liar.
You're right. I have a
got
dog.
a dog.
Well, we'll see. If she acts up,
She's a cute dog.
I may drop her off. I may.
She was a mean dog.
I can't.
I may drop her off. Poor.
No, she's a great dog. But anyway, Dwarf is out. That's the Dwarf update. I don't want to have to prolong it anymore or whatever, but that's the thing. The Dwarf thing has now come to a conclusion.
We need music for
I
that.
know. I need like streamers and shit to like just start,
Yeah,
God.
fucking fireworks and.
Yeah. No.
Hold on, give me a second. No, wait.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. We'll
Wow. I didn't think it was going to be that extreme. I thought you were going to say, like, she actually has the tiny house built or something.
Hey. Hello.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
You can actually see, this was another part I was excited about. I can actually see the top of my ping pong table.
Oh! Ow.
Oh,
Funny
there's a ping pong table there in the garage, and it was just gone because of all. I don't know how a dwarf can accumulate so much. But she has.
Is it totally sunk in though?
No, not totally.
Is it playable?
Yeah, it is.
We'll have to find out.
We will have to find out. The ping pong table playable, and so I'm excited about that as well.
That is awesome.
Anyway,
That is fantastic.
it's
fantastic.
So quickly to college football. It's hard to transition from dwarves to college football.
Yeah, because dwarves don't generally do well in college football.
No, they get punished.
You know, you might do decently if you're like Darren Sproles or Quentin Griffin.
Rudy.
Yeah, you better have some thick legs.
Rudy, some thick legs. That's what she's.
Well, my
Yeah,
thighs
that
are
works.
thick. My place is sick. What's happening? Sorry.
You're like, just let this happen.
Yeah.
As you look deep into their eyes.
So Sports Illustrated come out with who their 4 teams are going to go in the Final Four. I feel like we'll do a prediction episode here soon, probably in the next week or two.
I think
Thinking out loud, honestly.
right before.
Season starts, we'll do a college, like a quick prediction session, and then a separate, like an NFL. But Sports Illustrated's got their top 4 as, in no particular order, they've got Alabama, Clemson, Georgia. So they got 2 teams coming out of the SEC, and of course, University of Oklahoma.
It's like it was the exact same 4 they were in the playoff. Yes.
Yes, that is correct. They're basically saying the same thing will happen again.
Even though OU's, got a new quarterback and
Yeah, but he's not like new to
college
obviously
football.
it's Jalen Hurts from who has a national championship under his belt with Alabama, and helped Alabama beat Georgia in the SEC championship game. If he doesn't win that game for them, Alabama may not even make it to the Final Four. Because remember, Tua was hurt.
Yeah.
So Jalen's actually proven himself a little bit.
I think hate Saban, so it's just nice to stick it to
under
him.
Lincoln Riley's system, honestly, you're going to put up offense, especially when they keep getting these athletes in all these positions. And by the way, they have one of the best offensive lines in the country, let alone the number 1 offensive line
As
in the Big
always.
12.
So Boomer Sooner, we had 3 of our 5 offensive linemen. 4 out of our offensive line get drafted.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So they're reloading. The big question mark, of course, for them is their defense and what they. All reports keep coming out. They're improved. How can you not be when you're the worst? You can only move up.
Yeah, 110th in the country or whatever it is.
We did lose one of our corners, one of our starting cover corners. Trey Norwood got hurt. He's out for the
season.
He's out for the season. So we did lose one of those guys. So that doesn't help. But
if he
was crap last year, then whatever.
Well, hopefully, maybe that gets one of those new guys, youngsters, to come in there and be like, "Oh yeah, cool."
Yeah.
What do they say? Next man up or whatever.
Next man up. That's right. And they've been recruiting like crazy. So we'll see how they step up and how they play. I mean, teams are playing with more and more freshmen nowadays anyway. So it's not that uncommon.
Well, and so this will be the first full, if I'm remembering correctly, this will be the first full season for the new defensive coordinator.
Yes.
Because they fired Mike Stoops in the middle of the season last year.
They did. Yeah, it was after the blow up at the OU Texas game. That drama that went down. Yeah.
BS.
So yeah, this will be the first full season for the D coordinator there. So exciting season. We'll do a preview. We'll do a fuller, like a more in-depth preview here in a week or two. Probably two. I'm trying to time it out in my head. 2 weeks, and then the week after that, would be the NFL.
Because the season starts the last Saturday of
OU's
August.
opening game is on a Sunday, by the way. That's rare. You don't ever see that.
Cool.
Yeah. So
hopefully
they're playing Houston. But it's because the NFL season hadn't started yet that they're going to play a game on Sunday. So it'll be a primetime It'll be a primetime game.
That's like one of my favorite things about OU is we actually play against real fucking teams instead of teams like Alabama and Texas that go and play against these high schools and these huge cupcake teams.
Yeah. Well, you got to give it up. Some of them are starting to do it. LSU faces Texas this year. They've got they got a home and home situation going on.
2-game contract.
So go LSU.
Who else?
Those are two evils. Like I'm just sitting here going, wow, Texas and LSU. Damn. Like.
Go Texas, actually.
I guess, yeah.
Well, it's good for the Big 12. Good for OU. But it seemed like OU. Who else do we have on the docket for? Because we just did
UCLA.
UCLA. Okay.
We got UCLA this time out there. So this will be the second year with Chip Kelly and him integrating his type of offense and stuff. So
he's a genius offensively.
Yeah. Yes, he is. So
it's surprising he didn't stay in the NFL too, much longer, but
it just didn't work out with the Eagles. So, and you saw where they went after him.
Yeah,
they win a Super Bowl. So,
like that too.
Yeah. So something went right.
But yeah, maybe he's where he belongs in college football, and
probably so. Yeah, it's not as harsh as the NFL. I mean, it's just NFL. So what have you done for me lately? Well, you're gone.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Well, I think that's any sport at any level.
Yeah, but the NFL more so.
Agreed. Yeah, it's one of the coaches said something about that, and he's like, "Yeah, you're basically." Actually, I think this was in the NBA. One of the coaches was saying something to the effect of, "Yeah, you sign a contract basically to get fired."
No.
It's like, how long will you last?
Now, the Big 12, just quick college football news before we move on to our What Could Go Wrong videos, which I love.
Yes.
But last month, the Big 12 did announce officially that a player who directs a horns down gesture towards the team or the student section, they specifically said student section, so that's weird. So what, you can do it to the other fans? I don't know.
Fans.
Or the student section will be hit with an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. When asked about it on Pardon My Take, Baker Mayfield said,
"Oh my God."
This was Baker Mayfield's take on it, as I'm sure you can imagine. He said,
he had something to say.
"I think it's very soft. They're implementing a rule about it. It shows the sensitivity of today's day and age."
Yes, sir.
And so that crotch grab.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a Baker Mayfield salute right there. Okay.
Well, so
well said.
So hold on a second.
Well
so
said,
is
Baker.
this the same fucking thing for whenever Texas does that to OU student section?
No, because they look at that as that's a traditional. That's not antagonizing or I don't know what the proper word is. You're not, belittling their thing. You're just doing your normal. That's, hey, you're representing your mascot, your team, your university by doing this. By taking that and doing it down, they're saying, I'm just saying what they're saying.
I know. It's
obviously, I believe it's bullshit.
I think it's the same thing.
Like, give me a break, man. Fans taunt each other. Come on, it happens. Have you not been to an OU Texas game, for God's sakes?
That's the kind of fun of going to a sporting event, is like heckling the other team or heckling the batter.
Part of their fight song when they actually score, they yell. There's part of it in there where they yell, "OU sucks."
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, and you just take it up the ass at the moment. I mean, what are you gonna do? But at the same time, we do it back at them when we do great.
Yeah, Boomer Sooner, Texas sucks.
Yeah, or they also yell Texas fight, like we do Boomer Sooner.
Yeah.
So, like during the OU Texas game, they yell Texas, and then of course the OU side says sucks. I mean, it's just
it's the fun of it.
Good God, man, what? Jeez, it's sport, man. What are we supposed to just go? Well, we'll stay quiet while they chant their little chant.
Yeah. So now what needs to happen is all the OU fans need to be doing that shit to them. Like,
oh, you know what's going to happen.
Oh yeah.
You know it's going down.
OU fans are passionate motherfuckers.
Yes, we are, and some of us to a fault.
Yes, unfortunately. I think my ex-wife's uncle, rest in peace, but I think if I remember correctly, I think he was banned from the OU Stadium because he'd get too rowdy. And
Wow, now that takes a special human being because, it gets pretty rowdy.
that's like getting kicked out of a Raiders game.
Right, yeah, wait, you're too much. You're too much.
Well, the Oakland Raider fans, they're known for pummeling
Exactly.
people with batteries and shit.
Yeah. No, wow, that's impressive. Actually, you should you should frame that, or he should frame that.
Hell yeah. Well, he painted his whole house friggin' crimson and cream.
There you go. Well, now it's time. Hey, why not, man? There you go.
If you're gonna paint
Why
something,
didn't I think of that? Honestly.
True that. Some people just want to have the little thing on their address, curb, but
Yeah,
do
which
the
is
whole
what I've
house.
got. But yeah, the whole damn house. It is time for What Could Go Wrong videos. I feel this is one of my favorite parts. This is what we get out of Reddit. What could possibly go wrong? I feel like they're like learning videos in some ways.
oh yeah,
What not to do.
what not to do?
And some of them seem obvious, like the first one. But I don't know. I mean, sometimes things just don't go as planned.
According to plan. Yeah.
Right. And some of it's just pure stupidity. I don't know if we got the first one set up.
Or as we used to say back in the
I'll show you
day,
guys.
dude, that's gotta suck.
Oh, that's a good point. I guess we need to kind of see it in real time as well. So
I can see pretty well.
the first video is called What Could Go Wrong While I Point to This Bullseye. What could go wrong while I point to this bullseye? So she's standing there. They're holding up the thing. She's got her hand there, there it is. It's right there. And it's in her hand.
Man, she's sexy too.
Well, yeah, and she can take one. It looks like in the hand.
I thought you were gonna show it again. Hey,
Oh yeah.
look.
Hey, this is where do I throw this? Right here. You throw
Right
it right here. I swear. Oh!
Oh,
Oh my
Jesus!
God!
Oh lordy!
What are the odds?
Oh, the humanity! What are the odds? Bullseye!
Oh God, sororities.
Oh,
You gotta
wow.
love them. I mean, you literally you have to.
I think it's in the Geneva Convention.
It's in the small letters.
Yes. Friggin' Thomas Jefferson. He was like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers, I don't care what goes on in this country, but you have to love sororities.
You have to love sororities,
Yeah.
or that was the when he wrote in the pursuit of happiness.
Yes.
That was the part that was the underscoring.
The pursuit of it.
The pursuit of
and you
happiness.
have.
All right. Video number two. Video number two is what could go wrong if I epically backflip.
All right.
Now, this girl does a great job on this backflip, by the way. But the landing, she doesn't quite stick.
Ooh. Oh.
And we can let this recur for a minute. But yeah, here's what she gets out of it. She gets a nice, here's some of your parting gifts.
Oh,
You get
wow.
Bruising.
some
I mean, I
big
couldn't
time
really.
bruising.
It was like really fast, but
Yeah, and I mean the flip itself looks like
just
she knows.
smack straight on
Yeah,
the
the
back.
flip looks like she knows what the hell she's doing. That's a good flip, man. But then
She is not a professional diver. It looks like.
she's practicing.
I think she's gonna retire.
She's
after
getting
that.
ready for the Olympics.
Special Olympics.
Yeah. Ow. Yeah, I don't know how much more your legs can take of that.
No. It's
No, that's.
I guess
that's a
she'll
tough
have
one.
to-
And bam.
oh, she'll have to do. Well, then as she's coming down, you could see she's not in control of herself. So
Oh shit!
immediately regret this decision.
Oh my God. All right, and then our third. This is my favorite of the three. I wanted to save the best for last on these three. What could go wrong if I take a selfie with a goat? Oh, and what's great about this video is it shows you in real speed, and then
she
it shows you
killed.
in slow mo. Like that goat's ready to
Hey,
get
how's
to
it
her.
going, beautiful? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Goat's trying to get there, and
Goes, wham!
BAM!
Ooh! I bet it knocks her the fuck out, doesn't it?
And then it goes in slow-mo. There's the first attempt.
No, I missed. I can't quite
sniffed
get
you.
there without the...
People forget.
But she can see it, right?
One thing people forget about goats is their ability to jump. Those fuckers, BAM! Right there in the head.
Look at her. You just got knocked the fuck out.
Goats, man. Goats can flat out jump, man. He said that thing was the most annoying thing he ever had. And would
I feel the same way about Tom Brady.
Like the goat would end up at times on their roof, and you're just like, how the hell did this goat end up on my damn roof? You know, those things can jump, man. They are annoying creatures.
Well, why do they? I guess it's just naturally. Like I got to get to the highest point. Like they think they're a fucking cat or a bird or something.
Oh, they're just idiots, man. It's probably just out of just pure curiosity, and then they don't know how to get down. I mean, it's just, you know.
You know one of my favorite shows, How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
There's like a few episodes about a damn goat that just he goes into the bathroom or something, and then there's just a fucking goat in the bathroom in the shower, and he's just like, what the fuck?
How did this get here?
But
oh. Yeah. Well, hey, want to remind you, we are the Idiots Talk Sports, also known as Tits. We are brought to you by a couple of sponsors. We're brought to you in part by Allegiant Airlines. Allegiant Airlines, you'll think you're going to die, but killing you would be bad for business. Also brought to you in part by Vegan Burgers. Vegan Burgers, just stop already. All right. Also brought to you in part by Vegas Strippers. Vegas Strippers, the only thing they'll suck is the money out of your wallet.
That's the main thing that they suck.
Oh, and also brought to you by Allegiant Airlines. Allegiant Airlines, the turbulence is free, the barf bags are extra.
You got to corner the market.
Because they are. I don't know if you know about Allegiant, but they're like as low price airline as you can get, but they upcharge every little thing, which you still get like a cheap flight out of the deal. But like if you bring on a bag, that's $10. Just as an example. If you want a water, it's $4. If you want
a water, really?
You know, if you need to go to the bathroom, there's, you know, whatever. There, you know.
If you need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, if you pay, you get an all-access pass. If you pay $10, you get an all-access pass to the restroom.
To the bathroom.
The entire flight.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
An all-access. You mean I can take a shit, too?
Whoa.
We didn't say that.
That's extra.
But they do.
That's just to go in there to actually use it.
That's how
extra.
they make their extra money. They upcharge for everything. So yeah, barf
Lord
bags
have
are
mercy.
extra. So, hey, there's a guy. I don't know if you saw this video. I think you did. I need to get some sound on this.
I got it. I think I've got it.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Fantastic. This guy is a great interview. I wish we could interview this guy about anything. This is not sports related, although he's located where Marshall University is, Huntington, West Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
But this guy's name is Billy Tatum.
Of course.
And he's an interview god.
Fucking mountain people.
Let's see. Check this. This is
hey,
just
hold
fantastic.
on a second. All right.
All right, so that happened. Okay, so here we go. Here's Billy Tatum, West Virginia.
I'll be with you momentarily.
As the tree was cut down and landed right onto a parked vehicle, totaling it. We're told that car belongs to a Marshall student. You can imagine how upset she had to be when she came outside and saw her car looking like this. Here's a little of what that witness had to say.
It sounded like a beer can getting flattened. It just was crunch. It was, I hate to say it, it was kind of cool. You know, I mean, what guy, doesn't like, destruction. Yeah, that's why we go to demolition derbies. But hey, bottom line, that's that poor girl's new car, and she can't get to school now.
The city spokesperson says the city employees involved were being negligent and protocol was not followed. He says the city is committed as the tree was cut down and landed right onto a parked vehicle, totaling it. We're told that car belongs to a Marshall
And of
student.
course,
You can imagine how upset she had
the
to be when
news
she came
people,
outside.
the interviewer and everybody, they're like, oh, this is gold.
Yes, it is. Ain't nobody got time for that. And then there's this guy.
Yeah.
Now she can't get to school.
And then I always forget about it, but something that your other half and showed me the video of that guy. He was
That's
all
that poor
like,
girl's new car, and she can't get to school now.
The city spokesperson says the city employees involved were being negligent.
but they did a rap song and stuff or whatever, a remix.
Oh yeah.
What was it?
Which one was it? Because there's several of those. There was the Ain't Nobody Got Time for That.
No.
And then there's there was the lady with the beans, greens, and tomatoes, potatoes.
No, it was the black guy that was talking about the guy that lived in his neighborhood and they used to barbecue.
Yeah. It was that Ramsey, Charles Ramsey or whatever. It was just God, my brain is failing me. But I know what you're talking about now.
You have the best memory though.
Oh, it's slipping. I think I'm just going into Alzheimer's. Maybe it's the edibles. It was.
You're still coming back from that.
Jeez. Well, I know what you're talking about though.
You have so many teeth missing and
Charles Ramsey. He was eating McDonald's and whatever. Fuck. Anyway, that's that. I'm not going to come up with it in this short time frame, so it's all right. So, damn it. So there's Billy. That was Billy. Wanted to show that. Feel like that would be a great interview.
Charles H. Ramsey, police officer.
No.
That can't be it.
No, dog. It ain't him. So
You're sure that was his name though?
I'm 90%.
Okay, well,
There he is.
there you
That's
go.
him.
I'm calling 911 for Amanda Berry.
What is it?
Whatever happened to Charles Ramsey? Yeah, see, the Charles H. Ramsey, that's another thing. But I'm calling 911 for Amanda Berry, and
Because he was like, when a white girl's coming up to hug a black man, something's messed up or something like that.
oh yeah, that's right.
Gosh. Yeah, I can't remember the remix on it.
Ooh, some sexy chick wants to send me a message. That can't be bad news.
Just send her some money.
Just send her some money. I'm trying to get through college.
I got to repair my ride.
5 years ago today, this was posted May 6th, 2018.
It was Dead Giveaway. That's what it was.
Dead giveaway, yeah.
Dead Giveaway. Dead Giveaway, yeah.
Let me talk to you. I'm talking with Charles Ramsey. He's a neighbor. Walk me through again what happened this afternoon. You heard screaming.
I heard screaming. I'm eating my McDonald's. I come outside.
Yep.
I see this girl going nuts, trying to get out of her house. So I go on the porch. And she says, "Help me get out. I've been in here a long time." So I figured it's a domestic violence dispute. So I open the door. We can't get in that way because how the door is, it's so much that the body can't fit through, only your hand. So we kick the bottom, and she comes out with the little girl, and she says, "Call 911." My name was Amanda Berry.
Did you know who that was when she said that?
When she told me, it didn't register until I got the call at 911, and I'm like, I'm calling the 911 for Amanda Berry. I thought this girl was dead. You know what I mean? And she got on the phone and she said, "Yes, this is me." And the detective, Cook, right here, Detective Gregory Cook says, "Charles, do you know who you rescued?" I said,
Now, when did you see Gina?
The look from the police sirens.
So about 5 minutes after the police got here, see, this girl Amanda told the police, "I
Yeah.
So they going up there, 30, 40 deep, and when they came out was just astonishing.
30, 40 deep.
I figured, whoever she was, and like I said, my neighbor, you got some big testicles to pull this off, bro. 'Cause we see this.
Some big testicles.
I've been here a year. You still coming, bro? Barbecue with this dude. We eat ribs and whatnot. And listen to salsa music. You still coming, bro?
Eat ribs with this dude. I remember that part.
Salsa music.
Bro, not a clue that girl was in that house or anybody else was in there against their will, because how he he just comes out to his backyard, plays with the dogs, take care with his cars and motorcycles, goes back in the house. So he's somebody that you look away because he's not doing nothing but the average stuff.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? There's nothing exciting about him. Well, until the day.
But yeah, there's the freaking the like.
So it was like
remix.
5 years ago. Yeah.
5 years.
You can look it up. It's Dead
like
Giveaway. There's
6
a
years ago
remix.
now.
It's got umpteen million views. So.
Oh, and I stopped it right when the
He
little
says
pretty
the white girl comes up to a black man. Yeah.
Like, okay.
Who is sending you these pics?
No, that's Sarah Jean Underwood. Like,
apparently that's who that is. No. Oh my God. Wow.
No,
So,
I follow her.
you do. Yeah. Yeah, you're interested.
window.
You're interested in her day-to-day life.
Yeah, well, she's got a lot of perspectives that I think help me have a better outlook on the world. And
How does she feel about the Epstein suicide?
I think she's for it.
Well, I mean, it already happened, so
Well, no, I think
she's pro.
yeah, she's pro.
She's a fan.
Epstein
She's a
suicide.
Well, so that's been our show, season 2, episode 1. And what I like to do now is I like to finish on what I call a happy ending.
All right.
You don't have to physically get away from me. I'm not doing.
Well, is there
You're
a girl?
not required to.
Is there a female coming in?
Yeah, she's
Like,
popping right out of the. No.
Okay, cool.
But we're going to do what is called a happy ending, which leads to playing video, and then we just kind of sign off today. Thank you for everybody that's watching. Thank you for keeping up with us. We'll be back next week. We got some more NFL, more Hard Knocks to talk about, more football, and football is great. Football is king. And so without further ado, thanks again. We'll see you later.
Peace.
So look at this.
Oh man.
Bam! Right there on that happy ending.
Oh lordy.
And then I feel like I could get down like this. Look at this. Yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah. This girl's got.
She's got some moves.
Now she's got a joiner. Oh.
Up, pop
She
and
kind
lock.
of goes. Yeah.
She got some
She
pop
kind of
and
goes
lock
robot
action.
a little bit. Yeah.
Hey.
What? Oh my gosh.
Hey.
What? Stephanie Kardashian. Why'd you wait till the end of the show to walk in here? What is wrong with
Because
you?
I'm about to get this room ready for my party at 2 o'clock.
At 2 o'clock.
I have to have it ready. They
Well-
come in at 2.
Oh, that's good. I've got news for you on that party. It's freaking hot in here. They're going to hate it.
I know. I already hate it.
You already hate it?